quarters.
Rhonda, you ready?
Yes, sir.
This is March 16th, the regular meeting of the Eastland City Commission. I will lead the prayer, and I've asked Savannah to lead us in the pledge. Let's pray. Father, we thank you so much for the opportunity to be here tonight to serve this community and to serve you. Father, help us to do so to the best of our ability. We thank you for this community and all the people that make it work and keep us thriving and keep us going. We know how a community works and everybody pulls together. We've been so fortunate with that. We pray for our country, for our leaders and the men and women that keep us safe. Father, in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you very much. You haven't silenced your cell phone, but I'd ask you to do that at this time. Public comment. I don't have anything here in public comment. Approve the minutes of the February 17th and the February 23rd and the March 2nd meetings.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Oh, wait, go ahead.
Who seconded?
Richard.
Tom made the motion. He made the second. Am I missing an agenda? March 2nd. Hold on a second.
It's right here.
Stuck to that?
Yeah, just simple.
There you go. All right, we got them all three. Got a motion from Tom and a second from Richard to approve the March 17th, the February 17th, February 23rd, and March 2nd agenda items. Anybody have any other questions or discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Financial report.
Sales tax up.
Yeah. Man.
Lindsay's doing good.
Lindsay is doing
She
good.
doesn't know she has to make up the difference, does
No. Thank you for getting that out here on time. That's nice looking.
Are there any questions?
she? Any questions about the financial report?
Not at this time.
Does that usually lag that far behind?
Could be grant related.
Hmm?
Could be some of the grant related stuff too.
Okay.
We'll
Yes,
look
you-
at it.
Yeah, ask and look.
Okay.
Expenses are down, so that's weird. Yeah, compare those to what we've had in the past, if that's right. The
Okay.
expenses are only, we should be at 67% as a general rule.
For February?
No. We only got 5 months in.
Huh?
We only got 5 months in.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong, this is two, we should be at 50%.
Just under 50. So we're tracking. Okay.
Yeah, 50%. Okay, I'm looking at this and this is not that. Okay. Good.
Good, okay.
So Lindsay was in trouble. Okay, got that done. You're safe.
Till next month.
All right. We got public hearings. We have 3 public hearings. Public hearing number 1, the P&Z case 2603, a public hearing, 2603, request by Nicholas Petroff to rezone the following property from single family to LB limited business in order to allow the construction of a professional office building. We will open that meeting at 6:04. Consider it open. Who's first?
I can go ahead and go. This was presented to the P&Z. Roman X, please. May of 24, Petroff had a final plat approved. In that plat, it was noted that 205 and 213 would be zoned for an office type use in the future. The city later created the limited business zoning district for these two lots in order for this to be a commercial use that would be harmonious to a residential neighborhood. That was approved in March of 2025, so last year. Next. This is an overhead view. You'll see where the, this is at. Those parcels are highlighted. Next. That's the current zoning. Those are currently zoned as single family. Next. Limited business was created to create only allowing office type of businesses, medical clinics, doctor office, accounting, typically an 8 to 5 Monday through Friday type business setting. And it was to also not create a negative impact to neighboring residential. These were the properties in blue that were within the 200 feet that were all notified of this. 24 properties, 5 owners, 4 letters were sent out. 1 was for the change and 1 was against the change.
Yep.
And city staff recommends the approval. And then Mr. Petroff is here if you have any questions of him.
Do we have any questions, Mr. Petroff? One of the things that's obvious is you own most of that property, and you're not gonna put something there that's gonna damage your assets.
That's correct, exactly.
And this is some type of an office building, whatever, that's gonna look, the CAD looks good, the county appraisal district looks good, it doesn't hurt anything out there, and just, you're building the same type of building.
That's exactly correct. We worked with Mr. Clark in there to find out who designed his, so we could mimic that the best we could. Probably do all masonry though, but, I mean, we want to stay homogeneous to that design.
Any questions for Mr. Petroff and the board? Anybody else? Close this meeting, it's public hearing 6:07. All right, public hearing number 2, and I am going to, if this is still the same order, I am going to annexation, this is number 3, and we want to make number 3 number 2. We want to do the annexation and then we'll do the rezone. So this would be public hearing number 2, which was in your packet is number 3. We're gonna make this number 2 because we need to annex it before we rezone it. And this is a public hearing regarding the annexation of the following property in the city limits of the city of Eastland. I'm opening this at 6:08. And approximately 1.85 acres out of the John House Survey, abstract number 159, is shown on the preliminary plat of the King Retail Edition as lots 10 and 11 out of Block 1, the city of Eastland, Eastern County, Texas. And this public hearing is open at 6:08.
Roma, will you click through, please, until you get to... oh, wait, back up. Back. Okay, we'll just go back all the way. Sorry, it's gonna be out of order on this, Mayor.
That's fine, just get to it.
So this is to adjust the zoning, which is technically...
I thought we were gonna have-
This is annexation first. We can't zone something
Well,
we
I
don't
know,
have.
but that's what I was trying to...
So
Sorry,
fast forward, go find it.
I don't have it.
No, we don't need, I mean, we,
Keep going, Roma. That's the zoning. Nope, I don't guess he has anything on there for the annexation.
okay, this is a property that's out in the new addition that's being by Walmart that Mr. Petroff is going to develop. These are the northern 2 pieces of property we will talk about later. Is anybody here that needs to talk about this? Mr. Petroff, you're welcome to talk. Has anybody else got any comment? Mr. Petroff, would you have got anything you need to say?
I don't, to your
Oh, yeah,
point
no
though,
kidding. There it is
we're
right there.
annexing, yeah, so,
That's why Tony said he's gonna have this. Does everybody understand? This is these 2 properties. This is Main Street, this is Walmart. These are the 2 properties that we're talking about that he bought from the King. This is the King Edition. So that's those 2 properties for the board's benefit or anybody else is in our public hearing. Anybody have any questions for Mr. Petroff on that?
Yes. And your plans were to put a road in between for, on the, I don't know what you call it, the south side?
Correct.
Better access to Walmart and also,
Well, let's talk about, when I say there's two components. One is what we're gonna call King Road that intersects Main. You see it kind of coming from the bottom and doglegs to the right. I'm just sneak by there.
King Road down the middle.
oh.
Exactly. And to your point about what we're gonna be doing, not only put the road, King Road in here, it'll come up and all the way touch back to the King property. We do that for really two reasons. One, so we have a little more frontage on a busier road rather than trying to wait for everybody to come to Main. Two, we're also laying all the infrastructure associated with it, but now it'll be done in different phases. We're probably gonna do phase 1 to about here, and then phase 2 with the road and infrastructure all the way to the back and be stubbed out. So that lane can one day, Mr. Gates' land can be developed as so we choose. You touched on another point of cross access.
Yes.
We have tried since January of, I wanna say 2024, to no avail to get at least one cross access point roughly at either of these from Walmart. Initially, we explained to them that right now there's only one safe ingress and egress. Walmart was all on board, and they said, no problem, we'll start this process. It took us 18 months, a traffic study, and other engineering diagrams that they wanted to be told no. So, I mean, at this point, we're willing to revisit it, but I mean, in the meantime, we wanna get the private toll. But to your point, we've also kinda, at least in our minds, saved a little dirt, so that if we can revisit this, that we can get cross access, at least to one of the two, to create another safe ingress and egress coming in and out of Walmart. Because right now, the only one you have is the road that has Murphy along it.
Good.
Okay, anything else? This is about annexation, so we will get into that planning and that thing in a minute. That's coming, okay? This is just get it annexed, so we can't do anything with it till we annex it. Any other comments in the public hearing? Board, anybody have anything?
No, sir.
I'll close this hearing at 6:12. Public hearing number 3. This is the planning and zoning case 26005, request by Nicholas Petroff to rezone the following property from C2 general business to AO and AO ag open to C2 general business in order to allow for retail development. This is lots 1 to 11, which now that we've annexed those, is that entire piece of property. We now want to rezone to C2 general business. We'll open this public hearing at 6:13. It's open. Mr. Petroff, you got anything else you need to say about that deal? You kind of filled us in a little bit. Anybody have any questions about the rezoning of this property? And this is just a public hearing to give anybody any thoughts, concerns, or questions. You need to say anything else?
I'd say I haven't addressed anything. At this point, we've already under contract on the right-hand side of the car wash, we would say, it's called Beach Club. It's based out of Dallas, Fort Worth. They're anxious to be open and running. Mr. Slavens and I attended the ICSC last month, and there's a national brand Chinese food establishment that's executed a letter of intent. We'll be circling back with them once the plan's approved, hopefully, and they'll be moving to a contract with us. So multiple people are already interested, even at this stage. So.
Ready for Eastland? Anything from the board?
No, sir.
We'll close this public hearing at 6:14. Public hearing number 4. I'll open at 6:14.
Roma, can you go?
Huh?
I was telling Roman to go to the
Oh,
next
public hearing regarding the potential amendment to the Eastland zoning ordinance, chapter 9, article 1 of the Eastland Code of Ordinances to amend section 19-14, sign ordinance to authorize the chief of police to remove obscene signs, allow for directional off-premise signs and providing regulations for such signs, and providing for banner signs for sports events and establishing regulations for such signs. This public hearing is open at 6:14.
Roma, will you go back one? Okay, so this is a change to sign regulations to allow for directional off-premise signs and special event banner signs. Next. So this adds, this is changing to the admin and regulation section. This is adding the chief of police as one that can enforce rules and order signs to be removed. Code enforcement will be moving to under the police department as Terry is going to retire in April. Section 6 prohibits signs. This includes not limited to organizations, clubs, support groups, or persons affiliated with criminal activities or histories of violence associated with organizations, clubs, support groups, or persons. The definition for a directional off-premise sign is a minimalistic pole sign that allows for a business that is not located on Main Street to help customers locate premises of operation. We've had a few businesses ask for a sign to direct customers to them, and current rules do not allow a sign to be placed other than the property that the business is located. This would allow signs similar to the Pogue Park sign that is located at Pogue Avenue and East Main intersection. This sign was grandfathered, but new signs have been placed there in violation of the current rules. Signs would be allowed only in the C2 zoning area that really is along Main Street, and only one directional off-premise sign per business would be allowed, maybe double-sided so that you can see it from either way. Max size is a 4x8. We chose this as it was the size of a sheet of plywood and similar to the size of the Pogue Park sign already there. Go back. Signs allow for business name, business logo, arrow showing direction of travel off of Main Street, and two of the following components: address, phone number, and distance from the sign. They must follow text dot rules, cannot appear in any way to be confused with the text dot sign in color, font, or other markings. No flashing lights, reflective streamers, flags, or anything that would cause drivers to be distracted. Permits are required as any sign does, but also must include written permission from property owner where sign is to be installed. Written permission must be signed with owner name, printed and signature, date of approval, owner's phone number, and address of location. If property owner has the right to remove permission, and the sign can be removed. Special banners. Special event banner is a banner style sign placed temporarily to advertise a special event, culture event, or show, religious event, rodeo, or other event as approved by city manager. The city has had few entities asked to post banners for events in the area, and current rules do not allow a sign to be placed other than the location the event is located. Signs would only be allowed in the C1 and C2 zoning areas. Special event banners may be placed at the location of the event at an off-premise location of a commercial business, if it is a sponsor of the event, or at an off-premise commercial location with written permission from the property owner. May not be placed in city or state right-of-way. May also not be placed in a manner that would be a hindrance to visibility to drivers on any road, alley, or driveway, and that maximum size is also a 4x8. Special event banner may be placed after permit application has been approved no sooner than 1 week prior to event, and must be removed no later than 1 week after the event is over. Again, it must follow all text dot rules. Next. Permits are required as any sign does, but must also include written permission from the property owner. And that's that.
Okay, it said chief of police, and I'm assuming that's him or his organization.
Yes.
Okay, it says city manager, does that need to say or designee, or is
Yes.
that automatic?
No, we probably need to add that in there.
Okay. If I understood what you read, there was 2 or 3 things that could be on the sign: the address, the distance, or the direction. Is that all 3 of those, or 2 of those 3?
2 out of the 3. Go back.
Why would we care?
Go one more.
There you go. Why do we care if it's not all 3? I mean,
If they can
you
fit it.
put 2 or 3 miles with a sign going a line deal going that way, it'd be legal.
And
If
their
you got the
name.
address, 2.3 miles, you can't put an arrow.
No, you can. It's saying of the following, which is address, phone number, or distance.
So it's
Of
business
the
name
following, 2 of the following.
and 2 of the following,
Okay, so I can put the address and the distance,
along with
but
name.
I can't put the phone number.
Yeah, we can. If you don't like that, we can adjust it.
Well, I just don't know why we couldn't do all 3. I don't know. I mean, put the phone number and it's half a mile that way.
Yeah.
That needs
So
to be-
adjust that
yeah,
and the
that needs to
following.
be- In my opinion, that needs to be. We're not voting right now, but I think that needs to be. Put the address, whatever you can get on the sign, people can read. You don't get those signs don't need to be too busy.
That's part of.
People
I
have a
think
rat
that's-
trying to read them. They've
I
got to
think
be
that's
quick.
a concern.
I mean,
That's
they've gotta
part of
be
the
quick.
reason
I mean,
that-
that's part of the business. You can't, but.
I think that's part of the reason that we said 2 out of 3. Not that it's not, when it's not cluttered, it's neat, and it's just only information.
Does the sign design have to be approved for the permit?
Yes.
So, I mean, that's something that can be evaluated at the time of issuing the permit.
What is the name of the place this is all started from? The eating place?
The request came from MJ's.
MJ's. I could see MJ's phone number. That way.
There.
Well, and they can do that.
Well, so, yeah, well, you couldn't by that rule.
Yep.
Okay, and I was asking about that, like, why don't y'all let MJ put a sign up? I said, just be patient. Give me, I asked last night about that, I said, hang on a minute. Okay.
But then again, with the permission of the landowner.
Always. And,
Written permission.
and we talked about this when we talked about it. If I own the property today and Savannah buys it tomorrow, she's the homeowner, she's the landowner, she can tell them, take that sign down, we're not doing it. Just sitting, I put it up today and it's good forever. The landowner says it's legal.
They
Okay.
have to give their permission.
Anything else on the public hearing? Anybody else have any comments, thoughts? Going once, going twice? Sold, 621.
I think you're right on the word, how far it is.
Well, I've seen signs that do that.
Watch.
Okay. That is done. Presentation of the audit is not happening now. We hope to have that done. Just for the commissioners' benefit, on March 27th, if we're all here, that's a Friday, so we're trying to, maybe the 26th or 27th, we're trying to get it done before the 29th to keep Savannah out of jail. Article number 8, the Board of City Commissioners may discuss and take action on the following agenda items. Item number 1, discussion and consideration of request by Terry Slavens for $1,250 hotel motel tax funds to support bringing motivational speaker Jim O'Leary into the community fall of 2026 for a community event intended to promote tourism and local economic activity.
Did you say 1250? I got 12,000.
12,500.
Yeah, okay.
I'll see if y'all paying attention. That's good.
It's 1250, I'm just saying.
Rest of it comes out of Terry's pocket.
Yeah.
No, sorry, $12,500.
Radio
Thank you for
station.
catching that. I missed it. Okay, Terry, got anything you need to offer?
I'll just tell you what my reasoning is for that, and this has nothing to do with EEDI or really even the radio station, but I think we'll all agree that we're at a time of crisis with our youth and our communities in general, with some negativity going around. And I don't know, any of you heard of John O'Leary?
I've heard of it.
The story? Okay. John was a young kid in St. Louis, Missouri. We saw some older kids playing with fire. Thought he'd go home and try it himself in his garage, enclosed garage, and blew his family's house up. He shouldn't have lived. And I won't tell the whole story because I want you to watch the movie. I want you to come hear him. But he would come on October the 1st. He would speak at the high school to the high school and the middle school kids at 2:30. Later that afternoon, of course, there'll be some fundraising involved with this. I'll host a meet and greet with him at the Connolly, and then he will speak to basically what I'm calling the big country that night at the Majestic. As many people as we can fit in there. I'm going to market it. I've already partnered with some of my friends in the radio business and stuff. If this gets to be done, we're going to advertise this a 2-hour radius around Eastland, trying to get people to come in on that Thursday night. It is the bye week, so there's no football conflict, or issues like that. But it's a tremendous story. If you haven't read the book or seen the movie, I highly recommend that you do so. It's well worth your. Savannah and Leslie saw him speak at TMCL.
TML.
TML. And when I told Leslie what I was saying about doing, she's like, "Oh, please, let me be one of the ones that gets to come." So, the cost to bring him here is $25,000 plus expenses. He has an entourage of about 10 that will be coming with him. They will. I'm gonna raise the rest of the funds on my own. Either it won't be all personally, but it'll probably be some personal. But I'm going to tell some of these people want to complain. Let's put your money where your mouth is. So
There you go.
let's make this happen. And maybe down the road, I'm sort of thinking this could become an annual event where it'd be more school sponsored. But this first year, the school doesn't have it. They have a little money in their budget, but not much.
Okay. Any questions from the commissioners?
And I assume this falls under guidelines for
Yes.
Yeah. Another way for your community or whatever, yeah.
And they will be staying overnight.
Okay.
Just filled out the form.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve the request for $12,500 in hotel motel tax funds
Second.
to bring in the motivational speaker.
Motion from Tom and a second from Richard to approve the $12,500 hotel motel fund to bring John O'Leary to Eastland. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Now, just one question. Did you say he was going to hold over for the next evening for another presentation?
It won't be for another presentation, but he will be spending the night here because his connecting flight. He'll go back to Dallas. He's actually speaking somewhere else later on in the week, so he won't go back to St. Louis, but he will spend the night here.
Item number two.
Sorry.
No, sir. Item number two, discussion and consideration of a request by Billy Bob Brown, Hotel Motel Tax Events Funds for sponsoring his third annual Carbon Classic Weekend Roping Event. Floor is yours.
You do have them? We can have two of them. How about that? Same one? Yeah, there you go. This event just took place in my rodeo I was having out at the church. Obviously, I want to bring people to the community, and rodeo's what I know, team roping's what I know, and over 1,000 contestants last year. And I went and got the information from the Best Western. That was tough, but I was asked to do it, so I did it. She didn't really like me digging, but did what I asked, so I did that. And obviously I want to grow this event and keep it going. I mean, the views and stuff that we got were amazing. The city of Eastland was mentioned a lot. And that's all I know to do for the community is put on an event, bring people here. I've had a couple people buy land out there, not saying it had to do with that, but a guy bought a big piece, 180 acres right across the road from us after it. Don't know if it's because of my event, but it happened. I know that without events, we have no chance of getting anybody here. And we want to make it professional. We want to represent the event. And what I didn't have on there, what I did a few weeks ago was I put my main sponsors on my truck, advertisement and stuff. And obviously the city's one of my biggest ones. And I was going to do that, but I wasn't going to do it without permission. The truck travels 30 to 40,000 miles a year. Will they look up City of Eastland? Who knows? But without it on there, I know they won't. But I appreciate what y'all did for me last year, for sure. It helps a lot. These events are not easy to put on. But yeah.
Is this, you call it a roping event, is that,
Yes, sir.
is it just roping, like team roping?
Team roping and breakaway, yeah.
And breakaway roping?
Yes, sir.
That's the only two roping events?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But there's Friday, there's 3 roping events, Saturday 3 roping events, and Sunday 2. Monday's a girls breakaway, so
Okay.
it's all spread out there. And I've got pretty good entries coming in. I mean, I'll get filled up because the one thing I do, our place isn't big enough to have just freaking everybody come, so I limit my entries to 120 per open, so that's 500, 600 people a day coming in and out of there. And
Somebody in this area recently set the world record for, or national record for team roping?
I don't know. Did they?
Guy Weatherman's son-in-law.
Oh,
Remember him
really?
announcing that at church?
I wasn't at church.
I said, congratulations on winning the gold. He said, well, I didn't win the event. I just had his one, what do you do, 3 team ropings in an event? And he had the world record or the national record or something. One of the,
Oh, really?
he's from here, yeah.
Who was it?
I can't think of his name. I'm trying to. He's married to Guy Weatherman's daughter.
Oh, it's Nelson. From
yeah,
Alabama.
Nelson.
Yeah, Nelson.
That's him. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Nelson White.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. They're all rodeo people.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty
I've
neat.
known Nelson forever.
Pretty neat.
He's really good.
Yeah, I felt bad when I said, congratulations on winning the gold. Well, I didn't win the gold. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah,
So you said you talked to one of the hotels about,
the Best Western, yes, sir.
and what did they say about what the
She
event did
did.
for them?
Why are the numbers right here?
It's 87% somewhere on here.
I have all the numbers for the whole week. So you can have a gander at them if you need to. But that was like, she did not like it. I don't know why. She thought I was CIA or something. But it took me 30 minutes, and I was like, "Ma'am, I'm just trying to do my job." But
It's good to know. We've got ways we're finding out where people are coming from and getting more and more information. It's
and like I
pretty
said,
impressive.
me and Michael talked about it. You know, there's a bunch of ropers that live close. You know, I have my workers staying in the hotel, but obviously I hope they stay here. I know there's going to be more this year because I spread my ropings out where they would have to stay at night. You know, do they stay in their trailer? Or they stay in the room? Can't guarantee it. I hope they do. You know, I know they're going to come in town and eat, and they're going to buy a bunch of stuff in town. But
When the event gets close, you might want to tell the local hotels, just tell them we've got people at rodeo. If you think they're here from rodeo, make a note of it. We'll come back and check. Don't
Okay.
wait for a year. Go back to the next Monday and say, hey, did you have any influx from the rodeo?
right, yeah.
Well, we had a conversation earlier about how do we get those numbers, how do we tie them in? And events that I've been involved in the past is I went to the different hotels and asked them to give a discount to the participants at the ropings at the rodeo if they'd give a discount for staying. And then we would publicize that. Like if you come to our roping, we're going to get you a 20% discount at the La Quinta. And that's how we were able to track how many people actually
Do
stayed.
they do it?
I tried that with two of them, and they said not a chance last year. So I can try it again. I'm always willing to try whatever. But
Yeah.
she didn't like the idea of discount. She said I'm already as low as I can go, and we get maxed out. We don't really need much help.
And that's
What she
an
told me.
issue. Occupancy is so high anyway that some of these people don't care.
Yeah, that's exactly what she acted like. She was like, I mean, I'm not gonna take the cut off me when I don't need the detail, you know. But
What's the pleasure of the board?
and what do you guys think on the truck situation? Would y'all like me to do that? I mean,
To do what?
to put that City of Eastland on there with my other sponsors on the truck, advertise.
I don't care.
I don't wanna do it and somebody see it like we didn't approve that. I wanna go through the legal motions of it, you know.
No, I think it's
We
fine.
had it on the billboard at the roping.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm just saying my truck, cause I travel, you know how it is, but
Yeah.
any eyes are good eyes,
Sure.
right?
Yeah. Well, if we're gonna help you, we want it splashed everywhere, don't
That's
we?
right. Yeah.
So 2 questions for you. How does the 12,000 match to what we did last year?
It's low.
Lower? Okay.
Yeah, it was 16 something last year.
Okay.
And that's what this is a deal I want to build and do it annually, and I don't want to just come in here and ask for a ton every time. I appreciate anything, and I just try to find a happy medium with everybody that it's like, okay, you know, this is a good deal. It works because I want to do it as long as I can.
And what did you pull in for other sponsorships last year other than ours?
Others,
Yeah.
I've got around 100,000. Yeah, I mean, I've got 70,000 in added money, but it's tough right now. I mean, it's tough.
Could you talk to us a little bit about the X?
X Factor.
Yes, sir.
It's just the app. You get on your phone and get on and watch a live stream.
And then people from the inside the industry will watch that and see
Oh yeah.
how your roping
Yes,
goes,
sir.
how many
That or
people.
the Cowboy Channel or however many it said here. I mean,
Yeah.
there's 4 million views between X Factor and Cowboy Channel, and obviously they have all the social media platforms and all that stuff. They come in, they have a video crew, they come in, and they bring the board in, and they do the video and hook up the Wi-Fi, and it goes straight through their app, through the stream.
Yeah. So you can see it on the Cowboy Channel.
Yes, sir.
How do you see us benefiting from that?
The city,
Yes.
bringing people into the city to see the city and appreciate it, spend money in the city.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how it doesn't benefit the city. That's my question. How would it not benefit the city is my question.
Well, it's in Carbon instead
It's
of
not.
Eastland.
You beat me to it. You beat me to it.
Well,
You need to move your
Eastland
rodeo grounds to
County,
East is what he
I
just
would
said.
love to. You build me a place, we'll do it.
Yeah, I think there's one of these.
I tried.
If we build it, they will come. Is that what you're saying?
Stop being one of developers.
You have the,
Yeah, let's
the right things, yeah. But it's,
PRCA.
we looked into that and there really
Oh, yeah.
wasn't a good spot to put anything.
How much land do you need? Ballpark.
Man, it's gonna take a little bit. I don't know exactly, I haven't dug that deep. We just, forgot who I traveled with that day. They drove us around, we went by Heim Blake's, there was a little piece or something.
Tom Bailey.
Yeah, probably.
Well, how big is the, that new arena just outside of Stephenville that they have all the big events? You know, down the road from the old
The
arena?
Pro Rodeo Arena? Or no, 377.
Yes.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's the biggest facility.
Stephenville.
probably.
So was that 20 acres?
Oh, no, I bet that's 50 or so.
What
It's
about
huge.
where you're at now? How big's that?
Yes, sir. My,
Your space now?
it's on my family's ranch. It ain't big enough, but it's probably what we have right there for parking and everything. Let's say 15 acres, maybe 10. But it needs to be bigger than that for a rodeo because it's going to get big. Yeah.
But to your point, and I'm really glad you asked that question, if the city or an investor were to look into that, it would be used for much more than his roping. I mean, this could open up to high school events.
Oh, for sure. College would be great too. I mean, Ranger College, they could have a rodeo there. That's what I opened. We could bring in team ropings all year long and big ones.
And I will say this, it was right after we purchased the property, with the first in-app real estate agent we hired. We were approached by somebody about holding about half of the land for a full-time rodeo. We entertained it and we looked at it, we evaluated it. It's definitely something I would be happy to do. Unfortunately, the person that reached out to me, I didn't feel I had the financial wherewithal and the ability to commit to running it. He, I don't remember his name. If I did, I wouldn't say it, but he drove a truck full time and he was trying to do it more part time.
Yeah.
And I said, man, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm game for doing something like that.
Yeah.
But if you're going to run that, I'm only the landlord. You need to run that. And driving a truck full time and doing that part time is not going to get it done.
Well, as Billy can attest, that needs a full-time manager. It needs people that know the industry, that know how to work
That's
it
the
with
main-
all the people. Because it has to be first class.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyway.
Any other questions?
But I guess it's not in Eastland, but I mean, 90% of the people come through Eastland.
No, it's very positive.
Oh, he was joking. Okay, I said, well, I don't know.
You asked the
Good question.
question.
Let me think.
You asked the question, so I did.
You got many rooms to rent in Carbon.
No,
many places with these.
I'll entertain a
it's not our
motion.
only restaurant. We have nothing.
Entertain a motion.
I'd make a motion to approve the request for the hotel motel. Well, I'm on the wrong. No, hotel motel.
Number
Funds
2.
in the amount of $12,000 for the Carbon Classic Weekend Roping event.
Second.
Motion from Michael J. and a second from Richard to approve the $12,000 from hotel motel funds for the Carbon Classic Weekend Roping Event. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 3, discussion and consideration of the topic of the plan, on the topic
Tell
of
your dad
the
hi.
public hearing regarding planning and zoning case 2603, applicant Nicholas Petrov is requesting rezone of property from single-family zoning to LB light limited or limited business zoning in order to allow construction of professional office building. The location of the request is 205 and 213 Inspiration Boulevard, also known as parcels number 64466 and 71810, being lots 1 and 3, block 4, Old Rip Edition, Eastland County, Texas.
In your packet, you have the minutes from the P&Z meeting. You also have the map that was on the TV screen. It's a little blurry. And you have the letters 1, 4, and the one, you don't have the one against because
Yes, we do.
Oh, the one against, yes, sorry, 1, 4, 1 against.
I've looked at this property and I understand the Weaver's concern, but that property, what they're talking about, you can't see the CAD from their house.
No.
You know, and I think what he's gonna build won't be bigger than what the CAD is, and probably be a little bit smaller. And I feel they're concerned, and I've had the same concerns and everything, I've voiced those concerns. But I think what Mr. Petroff is going to do is obviously going to complement what he's got out there, and probably looks like another house. So, I have investigated, so. What's your pleasure?
I make a motion to approve the request to rezone 2,205 and 213 Inspiration Boulevard from single-family zoning to limited business zoning.
I'll second.
Got a motion from Richard and a second from Tom to approve the planning and zoning case. Well, it's a rezone of 205 and 213 Inspiration Boulevard. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 4, discuss consideration to approve the first reading of ordinance 26-930 to rezone the property we just discussed from single family to light business. Lots 205 and 213. This is the ordinance to do what we just approved. Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 26-930, changing the zoning of 205 and 213 Inspiration Boulevard from single-family zoning to limited business zoning.
I'll second that.
Motion from Tom and a second from Michael J. to approve the rezoning of ordinance, first reading of ordinance 26-930, the rezoning of 205 and 213 Inspiration Boulevard. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. The next item, this is where we're gonna skip around a little bit so we get everything lined up in the right order. It's number 8 on your agenda, if you're looking at the agenda, but it's gonna be our number 5 for right now. This is, number 8 on what you've got if you're looking at an agenda. Discussion and consideration to take action on the topic of public hearing regarding annexation of the following properties into the city limits of the city of Eastland. This is approximately 1.85 acres of the John House Survey, abstract number 159, showing a preliminary plat of the King Retail Edition as lots 10 and 11 out of Block 1, the city of Eastland, Eastland County, Texas. And this is annexation. We talked about it in the public hearing a while ago. The reason why these got on here, we didn't pay attention to the order they needed to be in. I'm not sure we all agreed, but I won the argument. We need to annex something before we can zone it. I mean, that just, to me, is logical.
Yeah.
Logical sense.
Perfect.
Anything we need to know, anything else? Everybody understand what we're doing? Have any questions?
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve the annexation of approximately 1.85 acres out of the John House Survey, abstract 159, shown on the preliminary plat of the King Retail Edition as lots 10 and 11 out of Block 1, City of Eastland, Eastland County, Texas, also known as 1310 East Main Street.
I'll second that.
Oh,
Got a motion from Tom and a second from Michael J. to annex lots 10 and 11 out of the King Edition. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. The next item on your agenda will look like number 9 on your agenda, but it's number 6 to us to go in this order. This is discuss consideration of approving the first reading of ordinance 26-932 and the ordinance annexing the hereinafter described territory of the city of Eastland, which is the property we just talked about, 10 and 11, and that is ordinance 26-932. This is the first reading of the ordinance.
I'll make a motion that we approve the first reading of ordinance 26-932.
I'll second.
Got a motion from Michael J. and a second from Tom to approve first reading of ordinance 26-932. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Now, number 6 on your agenda, if you have that, is number 7 to us. This is 7 is discussion consideration of topic public hearing regarding P&Z case 26005 from Nicholas Petroff of Better Place LLC has submitted a request to rezone property from a mix of C2 general business to AO ag open zoning all to C2 general business. The location of the request is lots 1 through 11, block 1 of the King Retail Edition. And this is the hearing on the P&Z case to rezone all of that property, all lots, to C2 general business.
We already had the hearing though, correct?
Huh?
We already had the hearing previously.
Yeah, we had the public hearing just a few minutes ago, yeah.
Make a motion, we approve the rezoning of 1310 East Main Street to C2 general business.
I'll second.
Got a motion from Richard and a second from Tom to rezone 1310 East Main to C2 general business. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 7 on your agenda is our number 8. Discuss consideration of approving the first reading of ordinance 26-931 to rezone property of mixed C2 general business and AO ag open rezoning C2 general business. The location request lots 1 through 11. This is the rezoning?
This is the
This
ordinance.
is the first reading of the ordinance.
Oh, this is the ordinance. Okay, thank you. Of ordinance 26-932, I was losing my brain here. Ordinance 26-931 to rezone the property we've just discussed.
I'll make a motion to approve first reading of ordinance 26-931, rezoning of 1310 East Main Street to C2 general business.
Second.
Got a motion from Tom, approve, a second from Richard to approve the first reading of ordinance 26-931 to rezone 1310 East Main to C2 general business. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And now the fun begins. Discussion consideration of P&Z case 26004, applicant Nicholas Petroff of Better Place LLC has submitted the final plat application in order to plat 15.05 acres consisting of 8.22 acre tract, 2.47 acre tract, and 0.436 acre tract, all within the John House abstract 159 to become lots 1 through 11, block 1, the King Retail Edition, Eastland, Eastern County, Texas, Blacksville, all include road and right of way. Now, interesting, so you have it there, don't you? This is, questions have come up that we need, now this is the final plat, right?
Yes, that one is.
This, okay, but this is what we're approving, the final plat. All right, our engineer got involved in this because some questions were asked. And some things need to be cleared, and I want us to be clear. And you said something a while ago in the public hearing that kind of makes me feel a little bit better about what I'm about to say about being or phase 1 and phase 2, that type of thing. But one of the questions that we need to address is there's a detention pond right here on this property that has no access to it. Who's going to maintain that pond? How's it going to be accessed? Because that detention pond at one time was part of Lot 3, and now it's been redone to be part of something else. So we want to be clear about the city's part about how that drains, how somebody's going to maintain it, questions about the roads, and so on and so forth. And what's been brought up about our engineer has brought up is when we do a final plat and we approve a final plat without anything else being really carried forward, there's no, if you get into this and get started and somebody comes up and says, I want to do something on lot 10 and we've approved this final plat, and then you decide you're out of money and you're done with this and you shut it down. Now we've approved the final plat, we have to have a road, somebody's got to build that road. So what was suggested, and I'm open for discussion here because I'm out of my wheelhouse, but what was suggested is we don't approve a final plat. We say, yes, this is good, we agree what you're doing, we've zoned it, we've done annexed it, we've zoned it, we've got it ready for you to do what you're going to do, we see what you're going to do, now you go do it, when you get it all done, we'll approve the final plat and we can record it.
I understand the issue then really becomes if the plat's not recorded and it's not finalized, that the purchases will not occur on the lots up front at this point, and we cannot move forward.
How do we solve that problem? That's, as we had a discussion today, that was my whole heartburn about how do we get from point A to point B with what he said and what you need to do. How is the city protected and how are people? And one of the things I got into with our engineer, and I'll tell you because I said to him and I'll say to you, so I'm not shy, is, I got engineers over here that are licensed to say this is all right, and I got a guy named Lynn Williamson who's our county surveyor, and he's licensed, and he says it's all right, and we all agree, and then all of a sudden the city gets left holding the bag someday because we didn't do something properly, and that's so. No, you do this for a living. I'm out of my wheelhouse.
And to that point, I think you're talking about the construction and adhering to the engineering diagrams that are set forth by whether it be McAtee or Hibbs and Todd or the consortium of them for this project. What we envision is that we do this under the eyes of the city. As we've been going through this process, we've discovered there are no current zoning or any regulations related to the construction of city roads. That notwithstanding, when I say I don't care about that there's no rules or regulations, I want you to be happy and I want it to be done in a manner that's consistent with standard building practices as well as compliant with the engineering. I would invite the city to sit ringside. This is going to be a city street. It will have city utilities that run underneath it. Our vision is that the road becomes city property at the end. So we would expect that the city watches us. Hibbs and Todd, maybe be your eyes. We're open to ideas. We bought the property 2.5 years ago. You can see the next generation coming in right now. We're not going anywhere, and I'm happy to explore the solution for this. I really am. So,
Like the detention pond. He brought that up. What is the solution for that immediate? Well, it was funny when I asked him, I said, where does that drain to? He said, it drains over to lot 2. And I said, well, do we have a swimming pool over there?
yeah.
I'm asking, how does it drain to get out of there? And he said, well, it goes under lot 2 over to the storm drain and out of there. But I'm trying to find out where we're talking about easements and all that. Are there easements marked on here that we have and know that under that drain that's underneath the ground from lot 2 to lot 3, is there an easement set up to cover that?
As we sit here today, there's not. There will be one constructed, and to your point, be an easement for access and maintenance. As far as who would maintain it, we would look at a shared access and shared responsibility agreement between the purchaser of the I'm saying on the right hand side. My houses are not that great, but on the lower right hand corner, the car wash coupled with the lot to the north.
Yeah. Well, we are just trying, because there's not any easements marked on here that we can see, and in understanding all of that, when does that need to take place before we approve a final plat? Because we approved this final plat, then we've just approved it without any easements or anything for access to the detention pond, or however that's going to be done, whether we maintain it or you maintain it. I don't think I'm afraid of the city being the one to maintain it probably, but we've got to make sure somebody's got it, whoever's going to do it, you've got to have access.
No, I understand, and we're happy to add that as. Our vision, quite honestly, is that it's done in conjunction with the development. But we can do it in the front end.
And we trust you completely. This is not a question of you.
No, but you have to look out for the city's interest, and I respect that. And those
but we were asked some questions, and I'm going, well, I can see your point. Lynn, did you have a comment?
Well, I was going to suggest a solution to maybe some of that access to the detention pond. Mr. Petroff, when he sells, or if and when he sells one of these particular lots, he's got the right to put covenants in there on that particular lot when he sells it to maybe get access to that. Now, it may not be shown right now. Evidently, the engineer didn't design it that way, but he's probably got the discretion to put certain covenants within that sale to grant access to that detention pond for.
Oh, okay.
And I understand what you're getting at. It's nothing visible right there that would show y'all access to it.
Okay, but he's going on a ski trip, and his second generation is going to approve this, and she forgot about it. Mm-hmm. So now we've got a detention pond that nobody has access to. Mm-hmm. What do we do to protect all of us? And my point I'm really getting to is let's not approve this tonight. let's get it done. We've got to have a called meeting before the end of the month for our audit to get done and us stay out of jail. Savannah stay out of jail. Can we not approve this and get some of those questions answered? Because I think we did this pretty fast and we're trying to get this done, and I want everything you're doing done. If you can start building tomorrow, I'm happy. Do we have all the T's crossed and all the I's dotted? I don't know how much our Bobby has looked at this, our utilities guy, and he knows what all, get his questions answered, and us get a new final plat drawn and get this done. Does that make sense? I mean, I want to get where you want to get to, worse than you do. Okay? And I know that's hard to believe, but trust me. Well, we get beat up all the time. I hear we're getting so-and-so. I said, yeah, we're working on it.
I understand.
And we're working on the water line from 2018 right now.
If I can get the list of questions, concerns, and any topic points, I'd be happy to address them. We work with Hibbs side directly. We're working with them on the older subdivision as well. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, I want to get this done, and we will do everything possible to approve it. In the next meeting we have, be the next Friday type of deal, Thursday or Friday, and we can get that done. Did I cover that well enough? Did I do that per the engineer? Do the commissioners have any question about what we just went through? Because a final plat's evidently a big deal.
It's
No,
fine.
it is.
Huh?
I'm sorry, what was that
A
question?
final plat is evidently a big deal.
Well, it is. I mean,
Because that's what gets recorded, and that's what we just all paid for.
yeah, because when it's filed of record, it's official.
That's why I say we need to do this right. We need to have all of our questions answered.
I understand.
And I hate to delay you anymore,
No,
but,
I'm not going anywhere. It's okay.
well, we're not either. We appreciate you being here and everything you're doing, because it's fun.
So Savannah, what he needs is the notes from Jonathan.
Yes. Which,
I will send those to
What
you.
he needs, what?
the notes from Jonathan? The comments?
Oh,
that-
okay, yeah,
The comments
Yeah.
from Jonathan.
yeah. Well, I
And
want
some
to
of the
hear,
stuff, me and you'll get together. Some of that stuff's just gonna go away.
well, and those are fine, and I agree 100%. We need Bobby and Tony to also look at this, especially Bobby, and to say, how are we gonna feed, how are we gonna do? And one of the things I saw, good gosh, I don't even know what I saw. Attorney, the thing, where do you send the 30-page document from? Where did I get that from? You?
Yes.
Was that the original? That's from Terry's
Yes.
engineer. Had the deal about the turnaround down here
Yeah, that
at
could
the end
be
of that
gravel.
property. Huh?
That can just be a gravel circle. I mean, temporarily.
Oh, just a
Phase
gravel
one.
type circle?
Just
We see what
phase
the trash
one.
truck does to that.
Well, it's what was done out at the CAD office.
Is it working okay?
Yeah.
The gravel? Well, I mean, I've seen what the trash truck's doing to asphalt.
Yeah.
And I just, I was just curious, if we're gonna put a big concrete circle, how do you sell that to the guy that buys the property and can't do
Yeah,
it?
no, it'll be a
Garden.
temporary. It'll be a temporary circle.
Okay, that's
circle
a
drive,
temporary type,
because then when phase two goes in, that
That's
can go
only
away.
to here.
that's what?
That's to here, because this is phase one.
Oh, that was okay,
Mhm.
yeah. And I like it being in phases, we need to address that, that was also brought up today. Let's get this back on the agenda whenever it happens with the auditor. And if something blows up and we can't get the agenda for the auditor, I think we have an agenda to get this done for Petrol,
Yes.
okay? And if I mean, we back to back.
We'll get it done.
Tony hasn't seen the final plat because he's out sick.
Yeah, he's out today.
So
Yeah,
as soon as he gets back, we'll firestorm it and go through it, and along with the comments that we received
Yeah, he
today.
goes and send this to me as far as from Hibbs and Todd, then also the internal and
Yeah.
specific.
Okay.
So we will table this and we will come back and have it on our next, and it'll be before the end of this month. If we have to have the call meeting just for this, okay? That good for everybody? Everybody good with that?
Measure twice, cut once.
Huh?
Measure twice, cut once.
Measure twice, cut once, yes. Well, how many of us have driven around in Eastland and down a street or something, go, why on earth did they do that?
Yeah.
Because some city commission or some whatever, an engineering firm didn't do their job, I can blow one at them.
We've had several.
We won't be specific, but that was number 9, and now I think we're back in order.
Yep.
Down to number 10 is we're back in order. So we are tabling that item, which is 9 per our deal, 5 that's what's on the agenda has been tabled. Okay, item number 10, we're back on the regular schedule. Discussion, consideration, of approving the first reading of ordinance 26-932, an ordinance annexing the hereinafter described territory of the city of Eastland County, extending boundary limits of said city to include said property within said city limits, and granting to all inhabitants of the said property the rights, privileges of other citizens. And what property are we talking about? The RV park.
We're on 10.
Was I reading 9?
Yeah.
I did. Were y'all paying attention again? That's good. This is ordinance 26/928, the RV park.
First
Yes.
reading.
Huh?
It says second, it needs to be the first reading.
Yeah, this is the second reading of
Nope.
ordinance 26/928, and this is the city of Eastland providing for a specific use permit to place a manufactured home on a property zone for AO Ag Open. The location of this request is Wandering Oaks RV Park, 10502 IH20, also known as parcel number 9391, being northwest 4th Point TR3, whatever all that means, block 6 of Eastland County, Texas. And you have that. Is this the first reading?
This is the first reading.
Second.
This is the
I make
first
a
reading.
Oh,
motion
just say
to
the-
approve the second reading of
What do you-
ordinance
hold on,
26.
Hold on a second.
What
This
are you
is the
showing?
first reading. This is the first reading.
No, it's the second one. We didn't have the ordinance, but we did everything. They approved it on the last minute.
Yeah, but we didn't read an ordinance, did we?
I didn't think,
The last time.
Roma, I knew that they had approved, but I didn't think they did it as the reading of the ordinance. I could be wrong, sorry. Hold on.
No, let's find out.
I don't want it wrong.
We discussed and considered it, but we didn't read an ordinance.
Okay, well.
Can I change this to
all
first reading?
then.
Yeah, we can. Just hang on a second. We'll do it.
Yeah.
Just make sure we're right. Or you,
It's number 3 on number 217. I mean, on the February 17th. It wasn't the ordinance.
Correct. So this is the first reading of the ordinance.
Yeah.
To approve the specific use permit to place in it. So you approve the SUP, but this is the first reading of the ordinance.
okay, so this is correction to be made on the agenda item number 10. This is the first reading. First reading, so your motion needs to say that.
I make a
This
motion.
this is the first reading of ordinance 26/928 to allow the manufactured home at the Wandering Oaks RV Park. Now, Richard, fire away.
Make a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 26-928, providing for a specific use permit to place a manufactured home in Wandering Oaks RV Park.
I'll second.
Got a motion from Richard and a second from Tom to approve the first reading of ordinance 26/928, providing for a specific use permit to place a manufactured home at the Wandering Oaks RV Park. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 11, discuss consideration of the topic of public hearing regarding approval of first reading of ordinance 26/929, an ordinance of the city of Eastland, Texas, amending chapter 9 zoning ordinance of the city of Eastland Code of Ordinances by amending several subsections of section 1914 sign regulations, authorizing the chief of police to remove obscene signs, allowing for directional off-premise signs, and providing regulations for same, providing for banner signs of special events and establishing regulations for the same, providing a penalty, providing repealing and servability clauses, and providing an effective date. And this is the first reading of ordinance 26/929.
And we were gonna amend that, correct? To chief of police and his charges.
I would, yes, we
City
can.
manager
Is
is
that
in
not
office.
automatically understood? I was curious. And the
I don't-
city manager and her,
I
was
don't-
that, yours was in that same thing, was that in the same deal?
If it doesn't explicitly say so, I don't think so.
Okay,
Because usually it says, or,
well, because this, the way this reads specifically, or it's the chief's the only one can do that, we don't want to overwork him.
I got a hammer. Fair play.
okay, so, or designee.
Right.
Which, why not just say the police department?
Most of them say the chief of police or his designee.
Yeah.
Okay,
Which
all right.
does anybody under-
All right, that's fine.
That way Ashton doesn't like just decide she's gonna do it.
Was
That's
this the
what he
one,
does.
where was the one with the city manager? That was the same one, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that needs to be your designee as well.
Yep.
Yes.
I
That's
didn't read
underneath.
that in that one I just read though.
That's underneath.
And then were we
Letter B.
gonna change what can be included on the sign to include all of it, or just two of the three?
Yeah, it need to be all. Where's the
So,
city manager part of that?
page 4.
Page 4. Okay. Which one?
13A.
13 and different. The city manager or
Designate.
designee.
And then on page 4, it also has sign components. So
Wait.
currently that reads as the name, the logo, and an arrow is automatically included. And up to 2 of the following components: street address,
Where
phone
are you
number, or
reading?
distance. Letter
Sign
D.
components D.
Yes.
Okay.
What section?
Okay,
Page 4.
that's fine, because that gives you, if you want their address or the phone number, which one you want. And then the distance to the sign, you got the direction arrow.
Correct.
I think that's important,
Yeah.
That's automatically.
that's fine, yeah, and that's fine, I'm fine with the way that reads.
Yeah.
Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Where did you do the chief of police, where was that one?
On page,
Probably the second page?
Page 2, section 2B,
I, or
2B,
Chief, please.
II. So violations.
Okay, our designee is 2,
Yeah.
B, I, double I. That needs to say the chief of police, our designee,
Mhm.
or the sign, the person immediately remove the sign. That good?
Yep.
Is anything else?
actually underneath 2A as well, that needs to say,
Oh, the chief of police there too.
How about I just state that,
yeah.
change it to chief of police or designee where applicable?
Somebody do a word search
Yeah.
and find them all.
Yeah. Please.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 26-929 regarding off-premises signs with the following changes. Amend where it says chief of police to also include his their designee where applicable in the ordinance. And same for where it designates city manager, to also include their designee where
Good.
applicable.
Everybody good? We got a motion from Tom. Everybody good with that?
Yes, I'll second that.
And Michael J. has made a second to approve the first reading of ordinance 26-929 with the noted changes. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 12. Discuss, consideration, approve the first reading of ordinance 26-933, an ordinance City of Eastland, Texas, closing portions of Bassett Street and Halbrine Street lying north of Texas Pacific Railroad and south of St. Charles Street, and a portion of the Kossuth Street abutting the north line of the Texas Pacific Railroad within the city of Eastland, Eastland County, Texas, authorizing conveyance of said property to the adjacent property owners. Y'all, everybody understand what we're doing, or you know what we're talking about?
You have a map in your packet. Sorry. I didn't make the packet.
Here's a big picture of it if you need
Yeah.
one.
So.
We are not talking about St. Charles Street, that's the next item. Okay? Everybody understand that? This is the property that's owned by Roy and Jane Swift, and we're closing this street, and this street. And all of this is flood zone, floodway, disastrous. It's
Yeah.
good for basically nothing.
Nothing.
We will never, ever put a street here.
Nope.
If we wanna put a boat dock, then it might be needed. Other than that, no. Anybody have any questions? Everybody understand? You've got pictures up, that's what it is. We'll talk about St. Charles Street in just a minute. Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is son-in-law. Drew draws all this stuff up anyway, so you know it's right.
Is this the one for sale? Is this the property that's currently for sale?
Not anymore.
Yes, we've got it sold though,
Okay.
Okay?
basically.
Going once?
You want me to make a motion on it?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 26-933.
I'll second that.
Got a motion, Richard, a second from Tom, to approve the ordinance. Is this the first reading of ordinance 26-933? On the first reading, any other discussion?
The second was from Michael.
J.
Michael J.
What did I say?
Me.
You?
Yeah.
I just think you're paying attention. The second to Michael J. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Let me take a break. All right. Item number 13, discuss consideration of potential closure of St. Charles Street near Eastland Municipal Airport. Lynn, I've gone out and looked at this property at least 3 times, if not more. We've had many discussions, and Lynn and I went and looked at it today. What he's got drawn here is closing half of this street. I'm opposed to closing half of the street. That's there. But what we've come to, you have in your packet, turn over, because everybody needs to see this. I think this is more than impressive. Do I have this 14?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, here it is, okay. You have in your packet a letter dated October 25th, 1945. Notice that the mayor was Victor Cornelius at the time. This is an article. If you read through that, you'll see that there's a meandering right-of-way, and you've got a picture. I hope we've got a picture.
The last
Have that in
one.
here?
The very last one.
You've got a meandering right-of-way, and all of that is right here. This is getting over to the road. This is the airport. This is the Russell property. In 1945, that organization gave a easement, if you will, that goes from the Russell property south of the airport, and here, St. Charles is that street it's a disaster, it's a flood zone. Well, it comes to here and goes up here 500 feet off the highway and gives the Russell property access around. So for us to do anything with that, you've got to get the Industrial Foundation involved, you've got to get the Swift family involved and close that, but you've got to get the Russell family involved as well. You also have in your packet those letters. Did we put the letter from the Sun in here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's a letter in here dated in 2009. Richard and I were on the commission then, sent to Ron Holiday, the city manager. This is from Joseph Russell, who is the son, who is a lawyer in Houston, San Antonio, and he requested in 2009 that we leave this alone. So we're not touching St. Charles Street as it is there. Now, I mean, we can, if we want to go through that and fight that battle. Lynn and I came up with in our discussion today, if you go, when I was here the other day, I had Tony measure if what I just showed you comes off the highway at 500 feet, okay? So come 500 feet and then go 45 degrees. It's a meandering, so it could be 44 degrees or 46 degrees, but that's about 1,360 feet off the highway to where that 45 degree angle would be. Talking to Lynn and what is actually they're trying to get done, they want to be able to get to their property in here that they own, that he owned. The only question we have now, I was ready to say let's close it and do it, but there's a little hole right here that some guy owns. We've got to find out what that's about. He has no access to this piece of property. There's no way, he owns nothing around it. He's got this little blurb right here. I told Lynn, call him and offer him $5. If I get in touch with him, I would. So that holds us up, and my opinion, we got to find that out.
I've never
We can
experienced
solve.
something like this as far as where you can't find someone to solve this.
Well,
I don't know how
let's
to
close that. I bet we can find him. He'll find us. But that's the only question really, because we can do all of this and make everybody happy. The Industrial Foundation will have to close their part of that, and so on and so forth. This street is pretty worth it. Lynn is going to go out there on his own dime and find out where St. Charles Street back this way is a good street, whether it's 1,000 feet.
And not interfere with that easement.
And we've got to get to where we want to get to where that is good. So
Yeah.
Right.
let's say he goes to here at 1,200 feet from the highway. We know this is 1,300 feet. We don't mess with the Russells deal at all. It takes them out of the picture, and we can close it. The Industrial Foundation would also have to be agreeable to that, but we've got to do something with that hole right there,
I don't know what we do about that.
the donut hole. So that is another item. I think we need to table, Lynn, again, if we can get an answer by our next called meeting in Friday week. We'll go after this and get this done too. If we can get them and Industrial Foundation on board to agree to do that, there's no reason for us not to do it.
I'll try
We
my
can't-
best to contact somebody.
We can't do that today.
John's dead, and so is Virginia. So,
Oh, yes, yes. I know that.
John who?
John Russell,
This guy?
Yeah, he is.
it's his brother, Joe's brother. Virginia Russell was the owner.
Okay, is this lawyer passed away?
No,
Okay. That's a son, isn't it?
yep,
Okay, that's what I thought.
that's others.
Anyway, that's where we are with this request, and that's why we knew St. Charles Street was gonna be a debate. There's too many moving parts, and that's why we made it a separate agenda item to get that done. Okay? So that was done. And we will table that for now, and you can hopefully get some answers, and we will go from there. So item number 13 has been tabled. Item number 14. Discuss consideration of approving first reading for ordinance 26-934, an ordinance of the city of Eastland, Texas, repealing and replacing ordinance 25-926, adopting and amending comprehensive rate and fee schedules, establishing rates to fees to be charged for city services, imposing a 30% collection fee for delinquent utility accounts, providing repealer and severability clauses, and establishing an effective date. Savannah, that one's yours.
Okay, so in your fee schedule on page 10, you can see section 1800-12 collection services fees. And this is where it shows that a collection service fee of 30% of the total account balance shall be added to each account for collection by a collection agency if such account is delinquent for at least 90 days. So MVBA is the tax assessor collector. No. The one Eastland County Appraisal District uses, I said that backwards. They are the ones that collect for them. They are also our court collection company, and they will collect back due utility accounts up to 4 years. So I just ran a report to see 4 years, anything over 4 months. I did 4 months, 120 days, and we're sitting at roughly $50,000 in delinquent bills that people owe us. We don't have a way of collecting those other than sending to the last known address that they leave with us. This collection company has a way to go in and send letters, find their last known address, find phone numbers, things of that nature, and they only collect up to 4 years. They don't go any past 4 years. If it's older than 4 years, it would stay sitting on our account. We wouldn't do anything with it, and if they happen to come in and want service, then we make them pay it at that time. Or if we know that they're living somewhere, we make them pay it at that time. But other than that, that's the only means of collecting that we have. So this money is just sitting here with nothing being done to it. So I am requesting the commission to approve the ordinance for us to allow MVBA to collect. And with that, they do add a 30% collection fee. That's their part. We do not get any of that. We just get what is owed to us.
And do they negotiate that down? Do they have the right or ability to negotiate
No.
that down?
No, they owe what they owe.
Okay.
So if somebody owes us $100, we get 70, they get 30.
No, we get $100 and they get the additional 30% of that added.
Added on top of that.
Correct. We are made whole, and they collect their 30%.
And
when
they add that on
collect.
top. Okay, good.
Is that a
No skin off
normal
our
fee?
teeth.
That is their normal utility fee. Yes.
30%.
Hmm.
In the wrong business. Huh?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
And I know after talking to Leslie, she said that the city did do this a long time ago. Not with MVBA, different collection company. They've not done it in several years. So here we are trying to get something started back. And MVBA's been good. They're great with the court. They do the taxes. We've not had any issues out of them.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve, I'm sorry, first reading of ordinance 26-934.
I'll second.
Got a motion from Richard and a second from Tom to approve the first reading of ordinance 26-934. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 15, discussion and consider resolution 2026-05, continuing participation of the steering committee of the cities served by Atmos, a resolution authorizing membership in the Atmos City Steering Committee and authorizing the payment of 4 cents per capita to the Atmos Steering Committee, City Steering Committee to fund regulatory and related activities related to Atmos Energy Corporation.
So we are one of 188 cities in Texas that participate in this, and it actually went down from 5 cents per capita to 4 cents. So it's an annual thing that we approve,
Good.
and they represent us.
And it works out pretty well.
It does.
It's helped us before.
It does.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2026-05.
Second that.
I'll shut up.
Motion by Tom and a second from Michael J. to approve resolution 2026-05. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 16, discuss consideration to approve resolution 2026-06, investment policy. Oh my goodness.
So in this, this needs to be updated. I think the last time that it was updated was in 2019. And on page 5, the FDIC insurance coverage was still at $100,000, and that's been changed to $250,000, which is what it is. The copier loves us, so of course it doesn't get it all. But the government code, Title 10 is what's listed there. If you want a copy, I can email it to you.
I
That's-
can read mine better than you're terrible.
Yeah, I think Tom's is worse than mine, so it just got worse as it carried on. But the investment policy is what you have, and then the government code is what's attached. So you can read the investment policy. I can send this
Well, I
out to
read all
you.
of it.
I don't trust him, it doesn't even pretty.
I like y'all who just read the highlighted part.
This is the government code.
No,
We
those
did
are
not
my
do
notes
anything.
after I read it.
I can send the
I don't
government
trust the
code to you by
government.
email if you would like it.
You're the only one getting paid at this table. You can read it. Need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2026-06.
Second.
Got a motion from Tom, second from Richard, to approve resolution 2026-06.
Don't lose
Any
the
other
money.
discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 17, discuss consideration of waiving fees for Recycle Center for the week of April 13th to 18th to offer free citywide cleanup for residential customers only, with rules applying.
Okay,
Great idea.
so attached you have a flyer that we are making public with the approval that commission is going to waive the fees for that week, April 13th through the 18th. Terry Simmons and I sat down and we wrote up a grant for the West Central Texas Council of Government. Their Natural Resource Committee awarded us $8,083.98 to help offset some of the costs for this. So some of our costs are going to be staffing because we're opening on a Saturday. That way we allow people, that work Monday through Friday jobs, they have the ability to come to the recycle center on Saturday. We are also offering a tire trailer. Abilene Environmental Landfill has donated that. So they're putting $4,000 to that. Waste Connections has offered an additional bulk pickup for that week. Friday is their normal day to pick up, but they're going to run a second day, which will be Tuesday the 14th. And we're also going to do where you can bring your electronics, so that we're going to take those and we'll recycle those with STS electronic recycling. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday will still be during the week, those hours 9 to 12, 1 to 2:30. No appointment required. So if you have an active utility bill, come drop your stuff off, or you can do it Saturday from 8 to 2. And you have to have an active utility bill to have it for free of charge. It's
And
only
have
for
that in your possession when you go.
Yes, only for residential customers. We're asking that, there's some people that might need some help that don't have a way to get that to the yard or have the means to load it up themselves. So we're asking that if anybody wants to volunteer, tell us and we can put you in contact with those people that have asked for help.
I think it's great.
If I'm in town, I'll be happy to help.
Okay.
What about local churches? Would they be
eligible, ineligible?
Local what?
Churches.
Oh,
Church.
It says residential only.
Are you wanting to get rid of stuff?
Well, yeah, I mean, if they ever clean up and have some brush or something, would that be?
You got a house next door, go throw it in the yard.
Call us and we can figure out what it is exactly and see if we can make it work.
That's good.
I don't want to limit it if you're paying a utility bill, but we don't want it to be, like if you have a tire shop and you want to come bring your tires for free when you charge somebody, you know what I mean, to take those.
Okay.
The call, we figure it out.
I was just curious.
I'll make a motion to approve waiving the fee at the City Convenience Center April 13th through 18th.
Second.
A motion from Tom and a second from Michael J. to waive the convenience fee for April 13th to 18th. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Great idea.
Number 18, discuss consideration, yes it is, second reading of ordinance 26-927 regarding tiny homes. Just make a motion. We don't need to discuss this anymore.
Go ahead, Michael. You
I'll
want to do
make
it?
a motion to approve the second reading of 26-927 regarding tiny homes.
I'll second.
Motion from Michael J. and a second from Tom to approve the second reading of ordinance 26-927 regarding tiny homes. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 19, discuss consideration approve resolution 2026-07, a resolution of the City Commission of Eastland, Texas, authorizing the submission of the Texas Community Development Block Grant Program application of the Texas Department of Agriculture for the Downtown Revitalization Program.
So this is a grant that is through TDA, Texas Department of Agriculture, for downtown revitalization, and it is a grant for up to $1 million. And this resolution would commit us to a $50,000 match, so we would have to come up with $50,000 to get $1 million. But it's also off of a point scale system, so providing the $50,000 gets us 20 max points for that, and then we're rated from there on with our application. All this resolution does is designate the downtown district. In your information packet you have where it's zoned, everything is C1, so that's everything around the courthouse in that area, and we decided that that is probably our most downtown central designated area that we could say that this is the area we would want to be improving with that grant. It would include lighting, sidewalks. Our low to moderate income probably would not make us eligible for street work.
How about sewage, drainage, that we have that problem?
That I don't have a definite answer yet because that's the street.
'Cause we got a small lake outside of Billy's when it rains.
That's part of what I want to make it work for. I just don't know yet until we apply for it
Okay.
and see what they'll let us do with our LMI.
And that's all part of the C1
Yes.
area?
Yes.
Is
Right.
this all C1 area?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Richard?
I move, I make a motion to approve the resolution 2026-06.
I'll second.
Good project.
That's 2026-07, that's a typo.
7, oh,
No, it's down at the top is 2026-07, the bottom is 6.
That's good.
It need to be
Yeah, it is.
07. You amend your motion?
yeah, amend the motion, yeah.
Richard who made a second?
I did.
Did you do? Richard made a motion to approve resolution 2026-07, and Tom has made a second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Manager's briefing.
Brief report.
7:30, that's not
Underneath the streets, the concrete has been placed on State Street for the widening, and Walnut and Valley has been poured. They still need to remove forms, backfill, and other cleanup. They've started on the repairs to the drain line, the culvert at Patterson and Lamar over by the jail. They have that intersection all tore up. It's closed off.
Yeah.
They've got the culvert installed. They did that last week, waiting for things to dry out and stuff before they start
You're fine.
pouring.
Just ignore me.
Okay. There is no new update on the buyout. We're still waiting on property owners to get information back to Langford. Construction on the pump line is still progressing. Crews started working across the cemetery on Monday. They were in the street right away last week on Marsh, and they should be into East Valley today. While they were there, our city crew replaced the culvert located at Plummer and Marsh. It was an old concrete one, and we had one that we could repair and replace it with, and so we did that while that was kind of tore up. No update on TxDOT. They're still not in town, still working on other projects. Wildfire mitigation, we've received the second truck back from Roberts Truck Center. So far, we've not had any issues with that. It's been nice having 2 vehicles for that project. Crews have focused on finalizing the cleanup located on East Commerce and the right-of-way along East Commerce. That it looks night and day different. If y'all go down there and see it, you'll see that's night and day, and then along the river is night and day difference. We've cleaned up behind the billboard. They did some more work there today. There's lots to be done, so slowly but surely they're cleaning up and making it better. Spring cleanup is scheduled for April 13th through the 18th. We've received a grant from WestCog to help offset some of those costs. We've secured the tire trailer. I'm repeating myself at this point. We'll be spreading this information through social media, radio station, flyers, newspaper, and mail outs. We've designed a postcard mail out. We in-house will print that and we'll mail it out. Part of the grant was to reimburse us back for those costs. We're trying to hit as many residential people we can, and not everybody does Facebook or listens to the radio, so we're trying. We still love you, Terry.
Or a symbol letter, Mark.
Any questions for Savannah?
No, man.
I've got a lot of comments about what's happened down at the, I call it the river bridge.
Yeah.
That looks
Does
fantastic.
it look good?
And they're continuing to do a good job
Yeah.
clearing out.
Much better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
They've done a good job. Code compliance, 29 open cases for the beginning. New cases open 18, cases closed are 12. End of the month totaling 35. 40 violations, 20 were closed. 4 junk vehicles, 15 dangerous buildings. 1 citation was issued. And fines assessed $256. In the coming weeks, by probably the beginning of April, you're going to have some communication from city staff on a potential called meeting for those dangerous buildings if the property owner is not taking care of the request by code enforcement. These items, all
We have to have a called meeting because of the timeline involved in these things and how they
correct.
fall.
Correct. Officer Barry has been and will be working alongside learning this process so that a way he's able to step in and take over whenever we transition fully after Terry retires.
What happened to our,
I don't know, I didn't do it, so it's probably wrong. Now that I'm looking at it, it starts with 8. It's going off. No, you can't answer that. It's back on the created date. It's back on the created date.
you can't,
I don't know. I'll have to figure it out and provide an updated one.
for the Excel training class on Thursday. You through?
I am through.
Anything else? Thank you
I
very much.
don't know if there are any questions.
Tony, you did a fine job. Chief of Police. Does he look sharp?
It does.
All right, for the police department, we answered 257 calls for service in February. We had 14 arrests, 45 incident reports were created. We had 54 agency assist, 1,025 business checks, 15 traffic crashes, 5 domestic disturbances, 11 cases were filed with the district attorney's office, 0 juveniles, and 11 open records requests. On the traffic side of things, we wrote 140 citations, 586 warnings for a total of 726 traffic contacts. On the animal control side of things, they answered 221 calls for service, wrote 4 citations, 8 warnings, 23 animals were impounded, 5 were adopted out, and we had 0 quarantines in February. We had 4 under other arrest. We had 5 felony warrants served, 3 narcotics cases, and 2 DWIs. K-9 Unit Oakley and ICE received their state certification. They've hit the ground running. In fact, they were used today to make an arrest. They're doing a fantastic job. I would like to bring the council's attention to 2 different numbers. On the business checks, we're averaging, around 1,000 business checks a month. And on the traffic citations, the guys have brought that up. We're up to 726 traffic contacts. This is a direct result in why we had 1 business burglary in 2 years, and I'm very proud of that. And I want our guys to continue that. But when you see our guys out there stopping cars, that's what they're out there stopping cars for, is high visibility and to know who's coming and going. And I think that's had a direct result on us only having 1 business burglary, and that business burglary Scott solved in 3 days. So we're really proud of that fact.
So are we.
Yeah. Keep it up.
What was your other number you pointed to? 'Cause I don't see it. I didn't find it.
Which one?
Traffic, something
Traffic
about traffic.
citations, contacts,
Traffic contacts, yeah.
171? Is that what you referred to?
726.
We had 726 this month. It's been steadily coming up. But,
Oh, I'm looking at the bottom. Okay, I was looking at the averages. I'm sorry.
yeah, and that average is from,
Yeah, well, that's good.
anyway,
You did an outstanding job. All of you are. Thank you.
thank you. The guys do a good job. They make me look good, so.
I may be way out of touch on this, but I wanted to ask where we're at on that. Remember the camera deal?
We are working on that diligently. Statewide, it's Flock. It's
Oh, it
the
is.
company that's doing it, but statewide, I think they kind of got overstretched on their ability to get the cameras up in time. It's still ongoing. We're still getting them, but we've worked through pretty much, they're getting ready to start putting cameras up now.
I wouldn't say get ready, we're still in the planning process. I got them switched finally all over to solar. I'm not sure why that wasn't given us to us as an option at the start, but.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have all solar, everything out there. There won't be any connecting into electricity or anything, but we're still waiting for TxDOT to approve a few sites. And,
What did Texas got to approve the locations? Is that what they're doing?
yeah, they gotta approve everything.
Is that an issue, or are we just waiting?
I think they just got so many. I know the sheriff's department just got a few of theirs put up, so it's coming. We'll get them, but
We're still getting,
Slow
it's
process.
coming, but it's a slow process. It doesn't get any hurry to do anything.
I'm shocked.
And it's
Lots of lights
a
out
long
there.
process.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
But that would help you identify it.
Oh, it's gonna be a great, when we get it put up, especially like the camera at the park, it's gonna be a great deal, and it's helped multiple agencies. I mean, I talked to one of the investigators at Weatherford, and they're solving about 70% of their property crimes based on this camera alone.
Wow.
So it's a great system, it's just
Just need to get it
getting
in.
it in, so.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Anything
Good
else,
job.
Chief Pitts? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Looking sharp there.
Fire Chief. Mr. Bryden.
I'll try to hold up to the standard here.
You gotta wear a cowboy hat for that.
Fire department total calls for service on February. We had 82, 1 building fire, 4 trash or rubbish fires, 6 brush or grass fires, 35 medical assist, 3 EMS calls, 6 motor vehicle accidents with injuries, 4 without injuries, 6 hazardous conditions, 6 lockouts, 1 public service, 5 dispatched and canceled, 5 false alarms. Just some extra notes for February. We did our annual SCBA flow testing. We had a meeting with our medical director about our first responder protocols, trying to get those updated. We did our annual fire pump testing, and we completed our new tanker in-service training with the dealer. And just on Thursday, the new tanker responded to its first call in Ranger when Wild Wheels burned. It was a valuable asset. The water supply was very limited.
Good.
Great job.
Tell me again what a lockout is. 6 lockouts. What is that?
That's typically when, like, somebody at Walmart or somewhere, they might lock their child inside the car. We only will go if there's somebody, a child or a pet, inside the car, and they lock their keys in.
What do you do to get in?
So we have a tool that we can use to, it's like a wedge that will go inside the door.
You unlock it.
Slide
You don't break a glass out or
No.
something. Okay,
We won't.
you unlock it for them.
We wouldn't break the glass unless we absolutely had to.
I'm just
Like
curious what.
Summertime and it's 100 degrees and there's a child inside, we're not gonna mess around, we're just gonna break the glass and get it.
Okay. Any questions, Chief Broughton?
No, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate what you are doing. A lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Municipal Court, you've got that report. Any questions on that one? Okay, you've also got, oh, that's a municipal court little graph. Kind of tell us where we are and what we're doing. You got a report from your people we give hotel motel money to, or tax. You got anyway, they've got that, and hotel motel money, and got the revenue, what they're spending, what they're doing. One of them here, I've got the people here to answer this question. Nope, I don't know. Fine Arts. Mark, are you on Fine Arts?
I'm not.
That's the other board. You're on Community Foundation.
Correct.
Okay. I just saw their, when they, no, it was y'all's advertising. That's the one it was. Yeah, is that because y'all's deal fixing to come up? Is that what y'all are advertising, getting ready? Your advertising was higher, and I'm just curious what.
At the Community Foundation?
Yeah, Community Foundation is $1,900 with a $4,000 budget in the first quarter, and I figured for y'all getting ready for your
The
banquet.
banquet,
Yeah.
probably so.
Yeah, I just figured that, I didn't know, I just saw that. I kind of go by the percentage of what something's over, like the utilities on the Fine Arts is $9,500 of a $2,200 budget. You know, we did that on a quarterly basis, they're over, but of course utilities are shot all the pieces right now for pieces anyway, so. What else?
I have one comment on the court report. Omar Polito with the building on
Commerce.
Yeah, Commerce. He paid all his citations that he was required to pay. So
Good,
that's been cleared.
good. Okay.
All right.
Somewhere in all this pile of stuff, we are going into executive session. Executive session according to Texas Government Code 551-072, real property, to deliberate the purchase, exchange, lease, and value of real property regarding a 5-acre site being part of the 8.01 acre tract, part of the CU Conley Survey, abstract number 1831 of Section 6, Block 6 ET RR County Survey, Eastland County, Texas, and being a portion of the Crockett Boulevard between Interstate 20 and Bonham Street, Bonham Boulevard. And we will go into executive session at 7, was that 43? Did you take that back, or did you leave that with me?
I left it with
I
you.
think it's over here.
You put it under your paper, under your agenda.
Oh, I moved it right here. When I got to it, I moved it. We'll go at 8:43 in executive session. And it shouldn't be too long. We shall return. Mark and Terry, you coming with us, please?
Yeah, that's just, sure.
We come out of executive session at 7:57.
It's supposed to be everybody.
All right, we're back in regular session. Is there any motion to be made out of the executive session?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the purchase by the Economic Development of the said mentioned 5-acre site being part of the 8.01 acre tract out of and part of the CU Conley Survey, abstract 1831, Section 6, Block 6, ETRR, County Survey, Eastland County, Texas, and being portion of Crockett Boulevard between Interstate 20 and Bonham Boulevard.
Second.
Got a motion from Tom and a second from Richard. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
A motion from Tom to adjourn, second from Richard, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Great work.
Thank you.
Yeah.